33 days in, and we are already on storm number 3 of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season, with 2 of these storms still active as we speak right now. Tropical Storm Bonnie crossing over Nicaragua Friday into Saturday, expected to become a Pacific hurricane once it reaches that open water. And then Tropical Storm Colin, which is still in remnants mode, a rare storm forming off the coast of South Carolina, battering the coastlines all the way up to the Outer Banks, expected to turn out into the Atlantic Ocean later on today. Right now, as you can see, the interaction with land has brought this down to a 30-mile-per-hour low-pressure system. But the big idea to take away from all this is the fact that we are already getting rapid-fire tropical storms. I mean, all you really got to do is take a look at the Gulf of Mexico and a big chunk of the southwestern Atlantic Ocean that surrounds the Bahamas and eastern Florida, including Cuba and Dominican Republic and Haiti, and you can see that these waters are prime real estate right now for the formation of tropical cyclones. Not only will we go over that, but I want to take a look at this clip submitted by ThirdPhase of Moon. You are looking at some sort of object, a craft. I don't know exactly what we're looking at. Something caught on this camera as they were filming a squirrel in a tree. We're going to dissect this video and see exactly what we can figure out about this phenomena. Oh yeah, and where have you guys been? We're going to break this all down right here, right now. Let's go. And welcome back, everybody. It is good to be here. We're going to be taking a look at our first 3 tropical storms: Tropical Storm Alex, Tropical Storm Bonnie, and Tropical Storm Colin. Now, as you can see on your screen, Tropical Storm Bonnie is now considered a Pacific storm, expected to become a hurricane once again. But along with that, I gotta say, we have no real threat to land with this storm. What's interesting about it is that it formed in the central Caribbean area and then crossed over Nicaragua, bringing some severe weather to that area, but then crossing over into the Pacific Ocean and reforming. And now the reason that this is sort of rare is because you're looking at the month of June. Over the past 100 years, most of our storms in the month of June tend to form within this blue area you're seeing, the Gulf of Mexico, and then the eastern or southeastern half of the United States, and a small little chunk of the Atlantic Ocean farther to the east. The beginning of hurricane season tends to have these storms forming within these warm waters, and then as we move into July, we start to see the beginning of the warm water belt that runs from Western Africa through the Leeward and Lesser Antilles Islands right in this way, a little spot here just under the Dominican Republic and Haiti, and again the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and then a much bigger chunk of the eastern United States, which is a big reason why we saw Tropical Storm Colin forming right in this area. So these charts are almost dead on with their information, but what you don't see is storms forming down in Central America and then crossing over areas like Nicaragua into the Pacific Ocean. So right off the bat, Tropical Storm Bonnie, soon to be Hurricane Bonnie, is a rare storm. Again, no threat to land, but may be a precursor to some of the early storms we're going to continue to see in these warm waters of Central America. Again, if you look at the Tropical Intensity Index chart, these areas in red show the current highest probability areas to see tropical formation. And now that we've had Bonnie and Colin forming within 24 hours of each other, this area is going to be a super hot spot to watch over the next few weeks. And as we predicted on this channel weeks ago, the close proximity of these storms forming together just goes to show that we may be entering the beginning of a very busy month of July, August, and September that, in my opinion, are going to produce storms that get stronger and stronger as we reach that peak season, which is represented on this chart here. You're looking at the July 1st, and this is even before we start climbing this steep mountain. And as you can see, the beginning of July is that first little rise in the probability of tropical cyclones as we go into August, where this thing shoots straight up into peak hurricane season, where more times than not we get our strongest, most intense hurricanes. So seeing 3 tropical storms within 33 days, 2 of which happened within the last 24 hours, just goes to show how quickly we can go from no action to a lot of action in a very short period of time. Alright, so very quickly, just to recap what we have seen so far. Back on June 5th through the 6th, we had Tropical Storm Alex, which is interesting because as of right now, that first storm, which was considered an early season storm, is the strongest one we've had, reaching 70 miles per hour, almost becoming a Category 1 hurricane, affecting the northern shores of Cuba Cuba, and then South Florida, as I'm sure many of you already know. And then we had Tropical Storm Bonnie and Colin forming within 24 hours of each other. As of right now, Bonnie's still surviving as it crossed over Nicaragua into the Pacific Ocean, expected to become a hurricane on the Pacific side, no threat to land. And then just moments ago, Tropical Storm Colin was taken off the charts as a remnant storm, but still that low pressure system may sneak back into the Atlantic Ocean, reforming as a tropical storm. It'll keep the same name until it is gone and swept out into the north part of the Atlantic Ocean. We can see right here as Colin struck the Carolinas on the 4th of July weekend, it brought some severe weather towards the Outer Banks and the eastern edges of North and South Carolina. Long story short, my friends, we will be watching this area that is covered in red, the most probable area for tropical cyclone formation. Also represented in this July chart, over the last 100 years, most of our storms have formed within the Gulf of Mexico or this eastern half of the United States, exactly where Tropical Storm Colin formed, and then the areas south of Dominican Republic and Haiti and the Leeward and Lesser Antilles Islands. That is a mouthful. And now, my friends, we're moving on to this unidentified object. This video shows someone filming a squirrel in a tree when all of a sudden you see this squiggly looking craft. I don't know what this possibly is. I'm gonna need your help with this one. This was posted by ThirdPhase of Moon a few days ago. I couldn't help but try to analyze and dissect this clip myself, and I have no clue what this could possibly be. This quite literally looks like an object or something that's alive squirming across the screen. From the bottom right corner to the upper left half of the screen, you can see it pass behind the squirrel and also behind the leaves and sticks of this tree. Now, I'm going to leave the link for the original video from ThirdPhase of Moon where they dissect and analyze this clip and actually ask other people what they think. I thought of everything from some sort of bug on a spider web to even a camera glitch, but it's really hard to say that right now when this thing is so prominent and bright in the screen. It looks like almost as if it's alive and squirming like a worm. I can easily tell you I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this, and you could see whoever filmed this actually caught it in real time and started following it towards the upper left of your screen as it passed by the squirrel. Now, usually when you see craft or some sort of anomalies in the sky, they seem like solid objects and they're moving in straight lines or kind of zigzagging, but this thing is obviously morphing and kind of wiggling. You could see it. It's almost got a tail, which leads me to think about something that's actually alive. So I don't know, my friends. I really need your help with this one. Please tell me what you think this may be down below. Is this some sort of camera glitch or just something in the foreground that looks as if it's higher up in the sky than it really is? This is a super rare catch, and I think it's going to be on the internet for a long period of time. I think I'm going to make a whole separate video trying to break this down with different contrasts and lighting and see what I can do with the editing programs I use, even possibly get an idea of how big this may be. But as of right now, I am completely stumped. And as far as what I know, ThirdPhase of Moon is also stumped on this one. But again, I'll have the original link in the description box for you guys to go check out. And other than that, I don't know what to really say about this clip. This is a very interesting find, something I've never really seen before. And that's years of looking at videos like this. This could be one of those clips that we see for a long time. And that tends to be the theme with very good captures of anomalies in the sky, where if it can't be proven to be something that we currently know about, it may just be possible that we're seeing some sort of life form flying through the sky that we've never seen before. As of right now, my friends, your guess is as good as mine. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. It is very good to see you all again. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Shout out to Canada. It's back to business on this channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.